The news just broke that they're going to start filming the Batman Part 2 next April, so I got to thinking, who is going to be the next villain and who do I want it to be? So let's go. Number 1, we have the Joker. I think Barry Keoghan's Joker was alright, didn't move the needle for me. He looked great, but if he's going to be the main villain, save him for the third movie, and Joker fatigue is totally real. Next is Hush. I do think he's a little too similar to the Riddler, and I know he was hinted at in the first movie, maybe a third movie, but if they're going to separate this from the first one, don't go Hush. Next is Mr. Freeze. I think he would work perfect if it wasn't grounded. If they're going to introduce fantastical elements, they might as well bring him to the DCU, so... No, I do think Mr. Freeze would work in Batman Brave and the Bold in the DCU, or whatever movie he could be in. Poison Ivy, obviously, is probably not going to be in this, unless she's just some lady obsessed with plants, but there's Ra's al Ghul. He could work in this universe, but I'd love to see him more fantastical. Get the whole pit going, and Talia too. Clayface also, already in the DCU, out of the question. Harley Quinn fatigue is more real than Joker fatigue. And now let's get into the actual good stuff. So, a while back on TikTok, I made a couple of fan casts for Arkham people who I think could be in the Batman universe. So first we have Victor Zsasz. I think Caleb Landry Jones from Get Out, and he played Lewis on Breaking Bad, but I think he'd work perfect in this universe. Great actor. For Professor Pig, I chose Paul Giamatti. And last but not least, for Hugo Strange, I chose Dave Bautista. If he's not going to be Bane, this is better. Hell, it's better. But for Bane, my favorite Batman villain ever, maybe villain ever, I'd love to see them go fantastical with all the venom inside of him, but I think he could work in this universe. If it's not going to be Dave Bautista, have that big guy from Game of Thrones, like Half-Jor Burnison or whatever his name is. Next, probably the second best one is Two-Face. This is one of my favorite castings I've ever done in my fan cast. I chose Andrew Scott to play him. I think he'd be perfect. He would work amazing in this crime saga, so yeah. But now for my personal pick, we have Dr. Crane himself, Scarecrow. It would definitely separate from the first movie, and I think he would work perfect in this universe. And my fan cast for that one is Jamie Campbell Bower, Vecna himself. And if they're going for an older Scarecrow, give me Adam Driver. They would have to change some things to make it different from Batman Begins, because that was an amazing adaptation. But I don't mind if it's that similar, you know? There's also the Court of Owls, and I do think they could save them for the third movie. They were hinted at in the Penguin, but they need more building up, in my opinion. I don't know too much about them, haven't read the comics, but those are my picks personally. Let me know, comment below who you think it should be. I think it should be Scarecrow, but I'm excited to read your comments.
Yeah, making a play for my better end. Let niggas think that